This video is an experiment to show how I learn about and interact with anime as they come out by focusing on a single show. So if you enjoy watching someone's hopes and dreams crash and burn, this is for you. From August 2024 until June 2025, I documented my interactions with Can a Boy-Girl Friendship Hold Up? No, It Can't. Starting with the first show announcement I saw to after I finished watching the show, and it seems like the English title has been simplified to Can a Boy-Girl Friendship Survive, so you'll hear me call it by both names. So today is August 12th, 2024, and I was going through the announcements for the weekend, getting caught up, and I found this announcement for an upcoming anime called Can a Boy-Girl Friendship Hold Up? No, It Can't. And it says that it's going to be a romantic comedy that premieres at some point in 2025 and helmed by JC Staff. Seeing this visual, I feel like the art style looks really cutesy. And then looking at the listing that they have up on my anime list for the show, we can see the synopsis, which says, a boy and a girl pledge lifelong friendship in a small town junior high school. The relationship between the two, who are destined to share a common dream, has passed 2 years without any particular development. Himari Inuzuka, a bubbly girl who has yet to find her first love, and Yu Natsume, a plant-loving boy who enjoys flowers, still spend their days peacefully as best friends in the gardening club in the second year of high school. If you can't get married, I have to take responsibility. I'm having trouble now because after Himari said that, your brother began calling me my brother-in-law. However, when Yu reunites with his first crush, the gears of their relationship suddenly go out of sync. Will Himari be able to escape her ideal friend now that she has found love? So here we can see the covers for the novels, which gives us a little bit better of an idea maybe of the other characters in the cast and how they might fit in. One of the things that I have as an impression now that I've seen the characters is that perhaps she's going to be the ultimate friend-zoned blue hair girl. That's kind of the setup that they're giving us here, although we could only hope that she might break that barrier or that cliche within anime. The page for the manga says that readers are scoring it a 6.9, although there's only 294 users, so it's not a huge sample size, but that's still fairly good. It's above average, obviously. So from the information that we currently have available, I can assume that this is a less intense drama type of relationship show, because obviously it's labeling it a comedy as well. So we might have more of a shenanigans style, her trying to get his attention type of relationship series. I'll be interested to see what kind of information we can glean from a trailer once we finally get one. JC Staff as a studio has handled quite a lot of comedies and romances, so I think that I have no worries with the studio itself. I can only hope that Inuzuka and Natsume have an actually good rapport with each other, considering that it's told to us that they've been best friends for a really long time, that we can hope that they might have some cute little inside jokes and that they not necessarily have amazing chemistry, because that's what we're developing here, but that they do have a good rapport with each other. I'm interested for them to clarify what this destined to share a common dream is, but I'm wondering if we have the hint already based on the fact that they're both in the gardening club together. I'm also interested to see how the show handles a love triangle, considering that they said that Yu is reunited with his first crush. I don't know how far in the past that crush would have been for him, if this other girl was also from their junior high school, or if it was previously like in elementary school, and how deep that crush runs for him could be a real problem for Himari. It'll also be interesting to see how many episodes the show gives us with Himari and Yu together by themselves before the girl shows up, to see if we get room to breathe and really fall for Himari as a viewer, and if they give us any sort of reason to root for this other girl in the love triangle. So it looks like the original source material is a light novel that has been running since January 9th, 2021. I don't know if it's been translated into English, and considering the fact that we don't have a score or users or anything on it, it probably hasn't been. So it might be nice to have it be that the community as a whole is going into this story fresh, instead of there being the line drawn between the source material viewers and the anime viewers. So with all those assumptions and expectations, I cannot wait to see the trailer. Today is December 10th, 2021. 2024, and we've just gotten new information. I saw that they told us officially it's going to air in April 2025, so the spring season, and then we got a new key visual, which is really cute. We also got the voice actor announcements for the two main characters. Sayumi Suzushiro is going to be playing Himari, and Kikunosuke Toya is going to be playing Yu. So I recognize Sayumi for her work in 86 as Kurena, and then Goddess Terrace Cafe as Ami, and Genshin for Kirara. So I think it'll be interesting to see if she goes into that more high energy delivery or performance, or if it's going to be kind of soft spoken. I don't know the character very well, so I'm not entirely sure what would match. It'll be interesting to see the performance from Kikunosuke, because the things that I recognize him from, like as Hadis and Denji and Tomiyama, are all kind of higher energy and a little bit chaotic, and so bringing that thought process into a high school romance would be interesting. I'm just hopeful that these latest announcements mean that a trailer is on the horizon. So today is January 23rd, 2025, and they have given us another piece of information. We have the voice actor for Rion Enomoto, who is supposed to be the main male character's original first love and probably the actual rival for our current main female character. And so they announced that her voice actor is going to be Yuka Nukui. And looking at her previous roles, I don't recognize a whole lot of them except for Anne from Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, which I loved. They also told us, which I hadn't seen before, that Yohei Suzuki, who did Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, is also directing this show. Considering that we're almost at the end of January and a lot of other April airing shows are already giving us trailers, we have to be, any day now, expecting a trailer for this show. Otherwise, I'd be concerned that it's going to get, delayed or something. It feels just a little weird that we have as much information as we do and yet we don't have a trailer. So in honor of Valentine's Day, Can a Boy-Girl Friendship Hold Up? No, It Can't gave us a really cute illustration featuring Himari and Rion, and I think that this is super adorable, but it's also still worrying that we do not have a trailer. So hopefully this means that we're still moving forward, everything's okay, and we'll be getting the trailer soon, because most other April shows already have a trailer out. So today is February 16th, and we finally have our first trailer. I'm so excited. I think the long hair version of her at the front was really cute. What I'm assuming is the opening theme song playing in the background is also really cute and high energy. There was a lot of stuff going on at once, but I think it looks interesting that maybe they're going to just have a friend group as the three of them, or at least hang out and not be full-on hating each other rivals. I like that it seems as though there's going to be a smaller cast for this show. I kind of like it better when there's a tight-knit or smaller group of characters to keep track of. Today is March 9th, and I was completely wrong that final poster was going to be the last thing they gave us before the show starts airing, because today they have given us a second trailer. Whole cat. She's just lurking. Oh, I knew that bracelet was going to be important. Wait, did he make both of their jewelry? Oh my goodness. From what we've seen so far, it feels like Himari does not have very good chances with you, because he literally just looks upset or pissed off whenever she's around him or clinging to him or something, versus the small snippets we've seen of his interactions with Rion. So I'm just kind of interested to see if we get more internal thoughts from him that reveal his actual feelings, or if he's just putting on airs about being upset. I'm looking forward to the first episode next month. The overall atmosphere for Can a Boy-Girl Friendship Survive is loud and energetic. It also exemplifies the immaturity side of coming-of-age stories.
This felt more like enemies to lovers than best friends to lovers, like it should have been. I understand some of the teasing amongst friends, but this was a lot, making Himari basically an irredeemable character to me.
She was kind of a jerk. But Yu's preserved flower jewelry is so pretty, and I'm always happy to see more shows letting guys express their hobbies outside of sports. You can still do sports, but this is cool. It was also really cool that it was a core element of the story, and it continued through the whole thing and made waves across the storytelling itself.
But Yu's internal monologues were rather jarring. When they would go from talking to each other, then she would just make a face, and it would pause while he narrates what he thinks that face means.
Himari is one of those signs that says stop and go at the same time. She's basically playing mind games with him because she can't be true to herself about her feelings, and he's getting really frustrated over the mixed signals. So by the time that she confesses for real, he doesn't even believe her. Even their first kiss was a Himari tantrum. I think we're supposed to feel sorry for her, but it's just impossible. She created this environment where Yu thinks that she's always teasing him and she doesn't speak up about the things that bother her. So she has a mental breakdown by episode 3 because of it and treats him pretty badly during their fight. As someone who successfully confessed their way out of the friend zone, I can't understand why Himari is putting herself in this position. At least her brother is there as a mature voice of reason and helping her through all of this. Their older siblings were a solid support system to balance the chaos. The best girl is definitely Enomoto. She's honest about her feelings and goes after what she wants. But I thought she was going to be a bigger character. Like, I knew based on the premise that she wasn't going to win, but she didn't have as much of a presence as I was expecting.
Yeah, once it was clear that she wasn't going to be much more than a side character after 3 episodes with the will you love her instead of Himari story arc, I felt very done with the show. Especially with Enomoto just not being in the last half of the show as much.
In the end, Yu and Himari finally confessed their feelings, so at least there's that for some viewer satisfaction. But I felt frustrated, and you fell asleep during the final arc.
There was no reason to go on after Enomoto got sidelined so hard, because it ruined the love triangle tension.
So from a completely personal bias opinion, this was a 6 out of 10, but I could see some people having more empathy for Himari and enjoying it more. After going over the original marketing and everything that I had from my initial assumptions, I kind of feel lied to by the way that it was presented to us until we got trailers.
By the end of this show, I realized that this was all Himari's world, and we were just living in it.
After finishing the show, I'm disappointed that it didn't live up to the potential that I thought it had leading up to the season. I was kind of surprised by how much I ended up not liking Himari and how that really brought the show down. But you win some, you lose some, and I think this is an example of why you should give the majority of shows a try. You really don't know what you're getting from the onset. Either it sounds like it's good and you're wrong, or it sounds like it might be bad and you're wrong. But it's hard not to hope for a show to be great or to stop yourself from building too many expectations in advance. Let me know in the comments what sources you usually find out about new anime from, and if you're having fun, please like and subscribe.